Hello and welcome to another Hungry Hefty Crafts video tutorial. I'm here today with an autumnal card for you guys. I'm still feeling the autumn spirit and I'm featuring some honeybee stamps today. As you can see, I've got a card here. It's got this awesome typewriter stamp in the middle and lots of leaves around the outside to create a wreath. And to make this card, I used this Country Wreath set. This is actually the first stamp set I bought from Honeybee Stamps. And when they brought out the dies, I had to go for this one because just look how many dies you actually get in the packet. So to make my wreath today, I'm going to use the circle shape, but also 3 of the little leaf stamps. So I'm using some snips here, some metal snips, to cut out 3 of my shapes, but you can just bend them if you don't have the little tool that I have. I'm sticking them together with some washi tape so that I can almost use it as one die. And I'm running that through my Cuttlebug with some plain white card because I need lots and lots of these little die cuts to build up my wreath. So you can see here that I have run that through probably at least 15 times, but it actually goes much quicker than you think. And I'm going to be sharing with you guys a tip on how I stamp on all of these now. So I've taken a larger piece of card and die cut the dies in the middle, and I'm using my Misti. I'm going to line up my stamps right in the middle of those holes or those apertures, and then I'll pick up the stamps using the door of the Misti tool. Now I can slot each of the little individual die cuts right into their home or into where they belong, and when I ink up my stamp and close the lid, hey presto, it's stamped in exactly the middle. This is a really fun way to make sure that you get all your die cuts stamped perfectly. Now for the actual wreath, this circle, it's a bit trickier because it looks similar all the way around. So it took me a little minute to figure out exactly which way the stamp should go round. And it really does help to have the die cut to help line up the stamp because it can like twist and sort of move out of shape a little bit, but super easy with the Misti tool. I'm using some watercolor paints to add color to each of these die cut pieces, and I'm sticking with my autumnal theme. So I'm using some yellow, some green, some red and orange, and some brown as well. So I'm not really paying much attention to what I'm doing. I'm just adding colors on different ones and making sure that I add more than one color on each leaf. And I'll continue doing that until I have each of my leaves even, all coloured in. For my background card, I'm going to take some kraft cardstock and fold it in half to create a square card blank. And then I've got a piece of vellum which is cut slightly smaller than that, and another piece of kraft cardstock fractionally smaller again. And I'm going to emboss this piece of kraft cardstock using an embossing folder with this cool woodgrain effect. And I'm adding some distress ink here. This is the Gathered Twigs distress ink. I want to pick up all those raised surfaces and make it really stand out because my vellum is going to go on top. And the vellum is going to give it a more softer look. Now this is actually the most fun part of the whole project here, is I'm using that circular die cut as a base to stick on all of these really pretty leaves all the way around. Some I'm sticking underneath, some I'm sticking on top, and I'm layering them and trying to make sure that they are the colours are spaced out a little, but you can't really go wrong, to be honest. I'm using some Ranger Multi-Matte Medium for that to make sure that they're all stuck down nicely. I thought it'd be really cute to add this typewriter. This is the Just My Type stamp, and it's really sweet, really cute, and I thought it would look perfect in the middle of my wreath. So I'm using some Copics to add a little colour to this, and I'm sticking to my autumn colours. I was really inspired to use this yellow mustard colour. So let's stick my wreath now on top of my vellum, and then I'll turn the whole thing over and add some glue behind the wreath and stick that on top of my card, which has the emboss panel on it as well. And I'm going to put something heavy on that while it dries. Now, one of the things which I think is really cute about this typewriter is that the paper is a perfect size for adding a little greeting. So I'm going to be adding the word amazing from the Sentiment Builder stamp set. And then there's another stamp which says you are, and it's from the Beautiful Life stamp set, and I'm going to put that just right above. And I'm using some versafine ink for this to give a nice deep dark black impression that is crisp and clear. Just a little foam tip on the back of this typewriter now, and I can pop that right in the center of the card. To finish off, I'm adding a little touch of glossy accents on each of the individual buttons and on the space bar for the typewriter. And then I also added a nice scattering of this mustard yellow color diamantes. Thank you so much for watching the video today, and I hope you're getting in the autumnal mood as well. You can come and see more honeybee stamps projects over at the blog, or you can visit me at hungryhealthycrafts.com. Thanks again and have a great day. Bye!